And welcome to the DC Everest Fieldhouse and a Happy New Year. I'm Chris Conley, getting ready for our first Evergreens boys basketball game of 2024, about 5 minutes away from the opening tap between DC Everest and the Shawano Hawks. So if you're an Everest fan, hope you had a good holiday break. School back in session today. And if you're a Shawano fan, we are glad that you have found our Zaleski Sports coverage tonight. Welcome in. Pregame is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston. So how'd these teams spend their vacation? Well, the Evergreens had a couple of games over at the Resch Center, high level of competition, and dropped both of them. Lost to West De Pere, a 2-loss team on the season, and lost to Appleton North when last seen. Appleton North is undefeated so far in the season. Shawano lost all of their starters from a year ago. This was a senior team last year, and now just like the Evergreens, they are much younger. Shawano comes in with a 3-8 record, but they come in off a win, 5 points better than Sturgeon Bay. Shawano is a much smaller school, student body a little over 700, so that's about half the size of DC Everest. So Shawano, with their 3-8 record, plays smaller schools. The Evergreens would be favored against all three of the teams that the Hawks have beaten so far this year. Evergreens come in at 3-7. And you know what? For the Evergreens, there's an awful lot of basketball left to be played in this season. You can think when we turn the calendar from December to January, that kind of marks the unofficial halfway point of the basketball season. There are more conference games ahead than non-conference games like the one tonight. I mean, do you think the Evergreens are going to finish above 500 this year? Yeah, I think so. The Evergreens may be a cut below Stevens Point and Marshfield, which look like the best teams in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. But I think the Evergreens will be a competitive opponent for everybody else on their schedule. You know, if Spash and Marshfield are the two best teams, will the Evergreens climb up to the number 3 spot? Yeah, I think they will. And they could start that climbing with a win tonight, and then they'll play back in conference on Friday night, part of a boys and girls basketball doubleheader at Wausau West. Those games will be on Zaleski Sports as well. The Evergreens, since the start of the season, have called up a couple of new players. Luke Aber is now with the team. Ransom Dickerson, freshman, and Vander Truax, another freshman, going to spend some time with the varsity. We've already seen Sam Dasso, who's a sophomore. He got some playing time just before the holiday break, and those were productive minutes. Dasso's a big kid, so he could come in. Casey Studeman, the Evergreens' leading rebounder. If Casey needs a breather or gets into some foul trouble, we've seen that Sam Dasso, a sophomore, has given the Evergreens. The Evergreens have not lost much when Dasso's been out on the floor. Teams are completing their pregame shoot-around, then we will be ready for our first boys basketball game of 2024. Back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable, with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back. Getting ready for boys high school basketball from the DC Everest Fieldhouse. This will be the Everest boys' last game at home for a while. The next 4 are on the road. Wausau West on Friday, then next Tuesday, Chippewa Falls. They've got Hortonville and a road game in between that. So the Evergreens looking to take advantage of some home cooking here. Everest is in the home white with the green trim and green numerals. The Hawks from Shawano Community High School are in the road red with black numerals and white trim. Shawano starts a freshman. William Berkline wears number 1, and he's a freshman. Will be introduced to the starting lineups in just a moment. Evergreens, again, with a lot of JV players called up to the varsity between the Christmas and New Year's break, which means the Evergreens have a deeper bench than what we've seen in a while. We'll be underway first with the sportsmanship announcement, which will be honored for the new year. That's a New Year's resolution, our national anthem, and then we'll meet our starting 5 for each side. Evergreens line up across the home foul line. Shawano Hawks are across their home bench. Evergreen student section wear the neon, so the Everest Forest, the neon trees tonight. Let's go down to court level for the Star-Spangled Banner.
DC Everest would like to thank Inspires Health and certified athletic trainer Blake Cameron for providing medical coverage for tonight's event. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your cap, place your hand over your heart for the playing and singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Tonight being performed by senior high math teacher Todd McDonald.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I spy with my broadcaster's eye that's DC Everest Athletic Director Mike Matthews, who is also in neon yellow today. Athletic Director's got other duties as assigned, which may involve putting up some traffic cones in the parking lot. Hard to say. I'm Chris Conley. Let's meet the starting 5. There's the freshman, William Verkline, for Shawano, followed by a junior, Logan Sipple, senior, Ryan Shanty. There's Isaac Wielander, he's a senior. And there's the big-bodied kid, Crew Wiesnacht, he's a junior. Wiesnacht sure looks like he plays football, right? How did the wrestling coach let him get away for the winter season? Evergreens will start their senior, Colin Ebersol. There's Cade Felch, who was leading scorer in one of the games over in Green Bay during Christmas break. There's Zachary Jones. Cohen Preby, who's the team's leading scorer so far this season. And the leading rebounder, Casey Studeman. Basketball is brought to you by Nicolet Bank, offering personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicoletbank.com. These are 2 3-win teams. Someone gets win number 4 tonight. Again, I think the Evergreens, just based on the tougher schedule, the higher level of opposition, the Evergreens would be favored in tonight's game, but, that's why we play them. That's why we don't trust the Anthony and Cleopatra commercials. Let's see what's settled on the court tonight. Colin Ebersold will jump center for the Evergreens. Against Logan Sipple. Whistle sounds, balls in the air. Let's light this candle. Tap to the Evergreens. Studeman controls. Everest will have the first possession of the night. Who will start off the new year on the right foot? Zachary Jones in the corner. Entry pass down low. Up and in for Casey Studeman, fed by Jones in the low post. Evergreens come out in man-to-man defense. Again, Shawano, underclassmen-based team. A lot of contact in the lane. Spinning and scoring is Logan Sipple. So both teams have baskets on their first possessions of the night. Pregame on the wing, back to Felch up high. Felch picked up his dribble. Fed to Studeman. Foul line extended. Dribbles once. Spins, draws the double team. Fading backwards, rolls it in. Studeman's got the first 2 baskets of the night for the Evergreens. How long until they put their bigger kid, Crew Weinschmidt, on Studeman? That's kind of the matchup that they need. Fading backwards, that's good for Logan Sipple, who hits his first 2 shots. No misses so far in this game, tied 4-4. Felch is bodied up tight. To the wing, Zachary Jones with the dribble. Cross court, threw it over the head of Pregame and turned over. I don't know, it's early, but the teams look about even. Logan Sipple, Jr., Pregame on him. Entry pass down low, knocked away by the Evergreens. Colin Ebersold. Into the bench, Shawano will inbound. Put into Isaac Wielander. Back out to Verkvilling, the freshman. Evergreens look like they're tightening up the man-to-man. Prebe's right in the face of Logan Sipple. Sipple backwards, offensive foul. Sipple freed up with that elbow and was called. Seems like from year to year we hear that that's a point of emphasis, sometimes honored in the breach. That's the correct call, though. You give yourself an unfair advantage against the defender when you put that elbow out to create space. Evergreens almost threw it into the backcourt. Here's Zachary Jones. Felch on the wing. Back to Ebersold against man-to-man defense. Rotating, fading backwards. Pregame, good. So Cohen Pregame hits his first shot of the new year. And the Evergreens have a 6-4 lead. Into the corner and Crew Wiesnacht. Back out. Entry pass, got a foul on the Evergreens. Studeman was guarding Wiesnacht too closely and bumped him as the ball arrived. Studeman called for his first, team's first. Shawano will make a couple of substitutions. Warner Byer is in. And a number 14 who we don't have. Who's 14? Okay, 4 known quantities and a mystery man for the Hawks. Felch thought about the 3, pulls it back down. Back out. Ebersold open, feeder set, good. Felch passed up a tougher shot, found Ebersold. 9-4 Evergreens. Evergreens have been a high percentage from the floor so far in the first half. A lot of contact here, whistling through, no foul. Sipple was looking for a whistle that never came. Studeman gets the rebound to Felch on the wing. Picks up his dribble back to Studeman on the overplay. Knocked away and turned over. Shawano down by 5, chance to cut into that. Fading backwards, the freshman probably rushed that shot. Verkline, no good. Evergreen's make it one and done. Studeman down low, double team, but he's got smaller players on him. Goes back out. Pregame, 3-ball round and out, no good. Got a loose ball foul, and it's on the Evergreens. We're sponsored by S.C. Swiderski, and S.C. Swiderski Apartment or Home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Farks Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski. They'll make you feel right at home. Foul was on Colin Ebersold, his first. Pass to the wing, that is off the foot of the Shawano player in the corner. And you know what? The official on the baseline saw it one way, and I think they're going to change this and get it right. This should be Everest ball. Yes. Outside officials saw that it went off the foot of the Shawano player, and that's the correct call. Crew huddles up. Ball to the trees with a 5-point lead. Prebees. Junior on freshman coming to the front court. Zachary Jones tried to go over the top, and instead it hit the side of the backboard. A third turnover here in the early going. Weinschmidt had it for a moment. Now the big kid rotates down low against Studeman. A lot of contact there. Weinschmidt over Studeman. Studeman's the biggest kid the Evergreens have, but his body is just slimmer than Weinschmidt. Again, Weinschmidt's built like a fire plug. Felch bumped hard, no whistle, and misses the runner. Zachary Jones could not get the rebound. A 3 would tie us here. Freshman to the double team, back out. 3-ball for a tie, no good. Too strong for Byer. Studeman gets the rebound. Under 12 to play in the first half. Prebees got it back. Felch, 3-ball from the corner. Good. Cade Felch. Evergreens now have 5 players in the scoring column. So that 3 on the other end that would have tied it for Shawano is no good. The Evergreens answer with a 3 at the other end. 12-6. Sipple's shot is short, and a one-handed rebound somehow corralled by Studeman. Wow, Zachary Jones was open, instead drives in, kicks it back out. Evergreen's on the perimeter. Pregame, no good. Too strong, tipped around. Loose ball foul that's going to be on Studeman. Yeah, Studeman's over the back of Warner Byer. Studeman kind of rolled his head back because that's his second, so Studeman goes to the bench. Hey, there's Owen Sale back in the lineup for the Evergreens. Leg taped up, missed some time with injury. Not many seniors on this Everest roster, but Owen Sale back in now. Good to see. Bad pass and a turnover. Trying to feed the low post to Weinschmidt. Felch the other way. Sale thought about taking that shot, cold off the bench. Fading backwards. Studeman still in the game, got the offensive rebound and scores. Studeman on the floor with 2 fouls. Evergreens score, and Shawano wants a timeout to adjust their defense. Defense was too soft on Studeman there. Someone's got to get a body on him. It's 14-6 Evergreens. Back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Welcome back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. Doing some paperwork here. I'm told that Aiden Bissell was the mystery number 14 for Shawano. He's still on the floor. Hawks have the ball after the timeout, trailing by 8. It's the Evergreens' biggest lead in the early going so far. Bissell, now that we know who he is, misses badly. Maybe he'd like to remain the mystery man after that, well over the rim. Evergreens' Owen Sales spins in traffic to the rim and scores! Welcome back, Owen. Double-digit lead now. Bissell up high. Shawano's been stuck on 6 for a long time. Into the lane, into traffic, a friendly roll for Ryan Shanty. Breaks a scoring drought there. Evergreen still have the Hawks doubled up right now, under 11 first half. 3 ball, Sale off the back rim. During the timeout, Jake Rither came in for the Evergreens. Couldn't get the rebound there. Looking to drive in, making an extra pass down low and scoring. Shanty fed Weinschmidt underneath, who now has 4 points. Evergreen's Ebersold, now to Pregame. Sale will try a 3 again. That hit the side of the rim. Rebound, out fighting for the rebound is Colin Ebersold, who scores second chance points for the Evergreens. 10 to go first half. Evergreens didn't have anyone defensively there, and Shanty misses what was a clean beeline to the rim. Got a finish on that. Sale again, wow, Rather got his man up in the air. Over the top, down low to Ebersold, who scores, and he's fouled. Colin Ebersold with the last 2 buckets for the Evergreens, and he'll get 1 more at the foul line. Staub Construction's a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater systems in the Midwest. They've been partnering with private and public partners since 1984. Staub has its own construction, service, and fabrication department. 100% employee-owned Staub Construction. This is a Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel trip to the free throw line, which Ebersold misses. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Basket there for Jerry Brooker. Evergreen, Sale, extra pass down low, and Ebersold's going back to the free throw line. 2 more shots coming up here. Isaac Wielander, the other senior on the Shawano roster, picks up the foul. His first, team's third. Colin Ebersold makes the first of 2. Free throws brought to you by Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel. Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro is the #1 choice for cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Ebersold gets the friendly roll. Evergreens are back up by 10. Ebersold with just like that, a quick 9. Shawano breaks full court pressure. Extra pass down low, basket. Jerry Brooker. Here's Cade Felch. Felch looks to drive in, pops from the free throw line, good. Cade Felch has a 3 and now has a 2 for 5 points tonight. Everest by 10. Sale bodied up on his man there, no whistle, and then a bad pass. A Hawks turnover. Turnovers are now 3 on each side. Let's thank our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes and the Jamie Schley American Family Insurance Agency. Pregame is still in the backcourt, now breaks the timeline. Gives it over to Cade Felch. Tighter man-to-man defense for the Hawks. Open. Nope. That's a double dribble. Wave off the 3. No basket. Owen Sale looked like he hit that one just fine, too. Sales contributing since coming back from injury. Shawano's got a late sub coming in. Logan Sipple with 4 points. Comes back out onto the floor. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans and leases, crop insurance, tax and records, they have you covered. Turnover, Cade Felch scores. Felch now has 7. Contact Ag Country, Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Entry pass, Sales going to get called for the foul. Tried to reach around the Shawano player who was about to receive the ball. Corey Brocker had that knocked away. Sales' first foul. Team's 4th, non-shooting. Shawano player stepped on the sideline and turned over. Ansay & Associates says since 1946, Ansay & Associates has provided insurance to help secure businesses and families throughout Wisconsin. Custom coverage, superior customer service, that's Ansay & Associates. All of your insurance needs, visit ansay.com today. Ansay & Associates, protecting your American dream. Welcome to our family of Everest sponsors on Husky Sports. Ansay Associates. 3-ball, good for Cade Felch. Felch becomes the new high man in the game. 10 points. Evergreens balloon this out to 15 points now. Thinking about that 3, maybe a little up and down there, no whistle. 3-ball there, an answer from Ryan Shanty. The teams trade threes. Ebersol rotating down low. Pregame draws the double team, so someone has to be open. Found the cutter, Ebersol. Ebersol had 9, now 11, so he becomes the new high man, taking over from Cade Felch. Felch with 10, Ebersol with 11. Good first half for both. 6.5 to go till halftime. Driving in, rolling it in is Elijah Pasale. Pasale points off the bench. And traveling, that's a second turnover for Owen Sale of the Evergreens. Evergreens are putting Zachary Jones back in. Jake Ruther out. Open for a 3. Need that one. Too strong. Rebound to Pregame of the Evergreens. Misfire by Paschal, who hit his last, so you can't blame him for taking the open shot. Along the baseline, Zachary Jones double team, offensive foul. And that's the right call. The defender, Ryan Shanty, had both feet set. Shawano's going to have the ball. The Evergreens are going to take a timeout. 6 minutes to go. First half, 31-19 on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
I'm Chris Conley. Welcome back. Shawano coming into this game off a win, but they're finding the Evergreens just to be a tougher opponent right now than their 5-point victory over Sturgeon Bay. Evergreens lost both of their games during the winter break to West De Pere and to an undefeated Appleton North team. So the Evergreens are finding the competition maybe a little bit easier so far tonight. Sayol stays in, cross-court pass turned over. It's kind of a tougher look. So for Ryan Shanty, that's probably not where you want the ball to go. Coachable moment. Preby's in the backcourt for the Evergreens, and he's bumped as we come into the front court. William Verkvillen, freshman, going to be called for his first. It's the team's fourth. Neither of these teams is near the bonus at the 5.5-minute mark in the first half. 5 team fouls against the Evergreens, and that's the 4th against the Hawks of Shawano. I think the Evergreens would like to keep this lead at double digits as they get to the locker room. That seems doable. Preby, chased, gets it over to Sayol. Down low to Zachary Jones and back out. Evergreens are looking for something underneath. Got that rotation play. Felch was the cutter, not open. Now the secondary cutter flinging that wildly and missing is Cohen Preby. Evergreens are back on defense, though, so Shawano is going to go to the wing. Open for a 3, round and out. Tipped around, pinballed. Studeman tapped it over to Preby. Here's Sayol in the front court. That 3 would have gotten this down to a single-digit lead. Not to be. Felch thought about a quick pop, drives in. Felch in the lane, extra pass to Zachary Jones. Felch gets an assist instead, and Jones gets his first bucket of the night. 14-point lead now for Everest. The lead's been as big as 15. Another one from the corner, that's a tough one, and round and out. Shanty has missed his last 2. Rebound to Preby, ahead, extra pass, down low. Zachary Jones feeds Colin Ebersold. And one of the Shawano players goes down hard. We've got an injury timeout. That's Logan Sipple, who is going to need the athletic trainer to take a look at him. I think Sipple fell to the rubberized part of the floor here beyond the hardwood of the actual court, but I think he went down unprotected. While we have this injury timeout, why don't we step away too? It's 35-19 with 4:08 to play in the first half. This is high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abbey Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abbey Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbeybank.com to learn more. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
For me, for Green Hack, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Hack gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
It's simple, but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
We're back. Logan Sipple was the injured player. He got up under his own power, but looked very weary. Like if you asked Logan what year it was, you might not get the right answer. He'll be tended to by the trainers over on the bench. Shawano has the ball and a 16-point deficit. Evergreens play again on Friday at Wausau West, so back in conference. West is 2-1 in league play, and the Evergreens are 1-2, but the Evergreens have those 2 losses to Stevens Point and Marshfield, the best teams in the conference. While Shawano's not back on defense, and Zachary Jones scores. Lead grows bigger. Shawano's got to make sure this is going in the right direction. Freshman drives in, he scores. Verkline scores, nope, wave it off. Offensive foul. The freshman second. Team's fifth. Shawano up soft full court defense. Turnover or two sure would help the cause for the Hawks. Plays Zachary Jones super soft. Zachary can hit from there if you leave him that open. Felch, entry pass down low. Evergreen's ball. Unable to be saved by Warren Byer. Byer came in after the Sipple injury. This possession may bring us under 2 minutes. The Evergreens just threw this ball into the backcourt. Shawano wins the race to the loose ball. It's out of bounds off the Everest defender. Cade Felch did a good job getting back for the Evergreens. Great Lakes Cheese says, join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. A state-of-the-art facility, excellent benefits, pay, culture, and much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. You can apply online, greatlakescheese.com. Nice pass down low. Basket for Ryan Shanty, who now has 7 to lead the Hawks. Evergreen's 16-point lead seems pretty safe right now. On the perimeter, Felch drives in, slow to body him up, and Felch makes him pay. Points 11 and 12 for Cade Felch. Down the stretch we come in the first half, 2.5 to go from the corner. Tough shot. Rebound fire for Pregame. Pregame all the way ahead, knocked out of bounds by the Shawano defender, by Crew Weissnicht. Aiden Bissell will come back in for Shawano. Isaac Wielander is out. Parker Byer comes in as well for Ryan Shanty. Evergreens inbound underneath their own basket. Pregame gets it into Ebersold. Cross court, Felch, and they body him up quickly. Set a screen, so Felch pops the three. Good. Screen was set by Ebersold, which freed up Felch for the hit. Felch has 3 threes in the first half. In the lane, in traffic, that's a tough shot, and it goes down for the freshman, William Verklein. The freshman gets a lot of playing time in the first half. That's his first basket, though. And here's an offensive foul on Pregame. Pregame better watch his mouth. The referee just looked back at him. Pregame gives up the ball. That's the right thing. It's his first foul. Again, you don't need any technical foul drama when you've got the big lead here. The Evergreens are up by 19. Warner Byer gives it up to the corner. Felch bodying up close. Tough defense here, and it's a turnover. Got to have a jump ball, and the arrow points to Shawano. Shawano will keep it, but the Evergreens, now they're calling a foul here. They're calling a foul while battling for that loose ball. And it's on the Hawks. It's on Patrick Byer. Nope, beg your pardon. It's on Warner Byer. Now, let's see. We don't have this right. The foul is on the Evergreens. It's on Jake Ruther. And that puts Shawano into the bonus. Patrick Byer will shoot the 1-and-1. That looked horrible. Line drive brick off the back. Ebersol gets the rebound. So the Evergreens have a chance to increase their lead. I mean, that's the equivalent of a turnover. You get the 1-and-1. Stripped here, out of bounds. Shawano's ball. The Evergreens twice have had the lead up to 19, which is where it is right now. 80 seconds left in the first half. Baseline 3, open, barely grazed the rim. Bissell, but an offensive rebound, and now a charge. Crew Weissnicht is such a big kid, but he's going to play elbows out like that. He's bound to hit somebody, and he did. That is Shawano's last team foul to give, so both teams in the 1-1 for the final 1:08 of the first half. Pregame keeps his dribble, and the Evergreens take a timeout. Down the stretch we come in the first half. Evergreens have the ball, and they're up 42-23. Back after this quick break on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
Evergreens called this timeout to save the possession as Pregame had slipped but had kept his dribble. We're brought to you by the Rural Virtual Academy, an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school in Wisconsin. The RVA strives to offer families tools and resources for a strong academic foundation for each child and the flexibility to learn at their own pace. They also host hundreds of free events to foster friendships among students. More information at ruralvirtual.org. Ruralvirtual.org. A basket here would put the Evergreens on their largest lead of the night as we go to the locker room at halftime. Here's Zachary Jones. Jones with the dribble. Evergreens not playing for a final shot. They're in regular offense here. Pregame was open for a three, drives in traffic, rolls out. Offensive rebound, a putback foul. Pregame is going to go to the free throw line. Gets himself back to the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Crew Wiesnacht is called for his second. Pregame with two in hand. The first, Ebersol, beg your pardon, makes the first. Ebersol has one more coming. Stays at a 20-point lead. Ball's loose in the corner, goes out of bounds to Shawano. Half a minute left. Get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months at sterlingculliganwater.com. Their website is culliganh2o.com. culliganh2o.com. Shawano's got to go the length of the court. Clock's running. Warner Beyer is guarded by Pregame. Gets a cross-court travel. So it is the Evergreens we're going to get to hold for a final shot with 20 seconds left. Evergreens are putting Studeman and Sayol back in. Waiting to determine how big a lead the Evergreens will have at halftime. Into Ebersol. Clock's running. Ebersol guarded closely, tipped into the backcourt. Ebersol retrieves. Now to Pregame. Felch was open, decided not to take it with 10 seconds left. Evergreens want to run it all the way down. Pregame, good. Prebe's got only 5 points, but you leave him open, he'll kill you every time. Off the rim at the buzzer. Warner Beyer with a miss. The Evergreens lead by 23, and Shawano's got only 23 on the board. So the Hawks are doubled up as we reach halftime. Our halftime is brought to you by the Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Walsall's largest employers. The perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Greenheck Group is right for you. Apply online at greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com. Coach on a Couch is next as the Evergreens are up by 23 at halftime on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Greenheck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Greenheck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Welcome
Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, visiting today with DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Coach, you begin year number 2 this year, but let's first just take a pause. We'll reflect on last year, and I think probably where we start this discussion is Marcus Hall, obviously one of the premier players in the entire state last year. What was it like coaching a basketball guy like Marcus Hall?
Well, it's a privilege. Anytime you get an opportunity to coach somebody who is so passionate about the game and just was an outstanding leader. I mean, for what you saw on game night, he was even better behind the scenes, from a student to how he treats people to everything that he's about. And so it was an absolute privilege. He definitely really left a mark on our program, not just on the court, but the way he treated young players in our program, and obviously planted that seed with young players in our program that what's possible here at DC Everest if you put in a ton of work and do all the right things. So it was an absolute privilege to coach Marcus Hall.
As I said, last year was year 1 with the program, so making those building blocks and forming those traditions and standards going forward. Looking back on last year, what was just maybe 1 or 2 of your favorite memories with you and the guys from last year?
Yeah, it's hard to put 1 or 2 memories. I think the biggest thing for me is just the way the guys accepted being coached and being held accountable and accepted the standards that we're putting in play here and just really allowed themselves to be pushed outside their comfort zone, and I think that led to team success, having 18 wins and winning a playoff game, playing in a regional final game, beating a really good Appleton East game. So I think it's just those bonds and those relationships that were formed. We had some outstanding seniors. We're going to miss them like crazy, but our relationship with the players that graduate from our program is just beginning, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish in their futures. So I think it always goes back to that relationship piece. Well, really appreciating the way the guys worked and the way they held themselves accountable and the way they allowed themselves to be coached. It was a pretty awesome group.
I mentioned, so year 2 is underway now. Let's tell us about those first 2 weeks of practice this year and how that compared to last year. Now that you've got another year, a whole year under your belt, a lot of those guys now know you. Obviously, the incoming freshmen, that's a different thing, but kind of compare and contrast year 1 and year 2, those first couple weeks of practice.
Yeah, our guys have done a phenomenal job. Obviously, anytime you have returning players and a returning system, our players have really done a nice job of setting the tone and doing the things that we want to have done, the things that take no talent, to the way that we talk to each other, to the way that we coach each other. Our players are really starting to understand that it's got to become a players run program. If it's coach driven, it can only get so far. And our players have done a really nice job of taking that leadership role, making sure things are squared up, on the court, behind the scenes. And that's always fun to see the growth from year to year, but certainly there's a ton of growth that takes place from year 1 to year 2, and all the credit goes to our players. They've done a great job with that.
Talking to DC Everest Evergreens boys basketball coach Oliver Drake. Let's talk about this year's group of seniors. And Coach, I'm cautioning you right away. You don't have to mention names, because once you mention one, you forget one, you get all kinds of trouble. But tell us about the expectations. What do you want out of a senior group?
Well, our 3 seniors, Colin, AJ, and Owen have done a great job. And what we want from all of our players, but certainly our seniors, is just that sense of thankfulness for the opportunity to do what we get to do. This thing goes by really fast. And so them making sure that they leave the program better than they found it. They also leave with no regrets. And that starts with working. And, some people want things to be microwaved. Nothing good can get microwaved. Like it's got to be in a slow cooker. And that's the work that we do every single day, and making sure our seniors really set the tone with just getting after it. And our 3 seniors have done a great job of that thus far. And so we want to see them end their career feeling like they left it all out there, and they're off to a good start with that.
You might give me a different answer to this in February, but here early season, what's the one part of your team that you want to lead with right now, whether that be, shooting, defense, whatever it might be? What's that one thing that you can sit on the bench and just count on these guys? I think they've got it figured out this early in the season.
I think just the cohesiveness. This group really is good to each other. They've played a lot of basketball together. So just really looking as one unit, whether it's offensively, defensively, running our sets, running, our quick hitters, based on just seeing us be cohesive, one unit, willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So I've been really impressed with our cohesiveness, really impressed with our guys' willingness to accept roles and to take those and run with them.
How would you like to answer that question in February?
Well, I'm very optimistic that our defense will be something that we can hang our hats on, and our rebounding and value in the basketball. I really feel like if you defend at a high level, you rebound at a high level, and you value the basketball at a high level, you got a chance in every game. Shots come and go. You can't hang your hat on great shooting nights every night, but you can hang your hat in those three areas. So I would say those three areas: just being really tough with the basketball, being a great half-court defensive team, and making sure we win the glass every night from a rebounding standpoint.
As a coach, what do you do differently on a road game versus a home game? Because there are different things that happen. You know, the bus rides and this gym and the locker room somewhere else. How do you help your guys be better on the road games?
Well, I think number one is just settle in. You know, just everybody kind of taking a deep breath on the road. I also think that the road games are great opportunities to kind of have us against the world, and knowing that you're going to go into another gym and another place. And so we just look at road games as unbelievable opportunities. Obviously, you want to compete and win in everything that you do, but there's a different feeling when you win on the road. So I think that it starts with just really settle down, relax. Let's get some good looks early in the game. So getting some quick hitters that hopefully allow our offense to play inside out, get some high percentage shots, because shooting percentages typically drop on the road. Not always, but typically they do. And how you can negate some of that is, I think, get some higher percentage looks. So as a coach, running some quick hitters and some sets to get the ball inside early, I think is a great way to settle in on the road as well.
It is halftime, and the Evergreens have Shawano doubled up, 46-23. I'm Chris Conley. Our halftime leading scorers in just a moment. Did you hear the news that the owner of Elegant Occasions is retiring? Now's the best time to make an appointment at Elegant Occasions for your high school formal gowns. Prom and homecoming dresses are 30% off. They have sizes 00 to 26 in stock. Winter and formal prom tuxedos will be delivered directly to you when you order them at Elegant Occasions. Make an appointment now at elegantoccasions.net. That's elegantoccasions.net. For much of the first half, Cade Felch and Colin Ebersold flip-flopped to be leading scorer. Felch with 15 at halftime and Ebersold with 14. 6 for Casey Studeman, 5 for Cohen Preby, 4 for Zachary Jones, and 2 for Owen Seol. Evergreens have 5 threes to Shawano's just 1 in the first half. Both teams have turned it over 7 times. The Evergreens are 3 of 5 from the foul line. For the Hawks, Ryan Shanty leads them with 7. 4 each for Logan Sipple, who went down hard and was not seen since. He's apparently injured. His return for the second half, questionable. Crew Weinschnitt has 4 points, and Jersey Brocker has 4. 2 each for William Verklein and Elijah Paschal. Shawano only attempted 1 free throw in the first half. It was the front end of a 1-1. They were 0 for 1. So again, the Hawks in danger of suffering their 9th loss here. Wiggly Field and Dome says, for great food, cold drinks for any occasion, visit Wausau's favorite post-game stop. Lunch, dinner, or just to get away with friends. A great atmosphere at Wiggly Field and Dome on Schofield Avenue. Second half will be underway when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and now going on the Red Tag Sales Event. Take an extra $500 off select models, Chevy Silverado, the Trailblazer, the Equinox Blazer, and more. Stop on in and talk to one of our sales consultants today. And Merry Christmas from Wheeler Chevrolet.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shawano gets the ball to start the second half.
Shawano gets the ball to start the second half as we are at halftime here.
Whistle sounds and play is in. Logan Sipple is back on the floor. That's great to see. Went down hard late in the first half. Patched him up, sent him right back out there. Sipple's got the ball now. Long straight on 3 for the freshman Verklein, too strong. Rebound to the Evergreens. Ebersold has done a little bit of everything so far in the game. Zachary Jones got both the defenders up in the air but missed at the rim. Shawano gives it right back to the Evergreens. 3 on 2. There's a bounce pass to Zachary Jones, who stripped, and that's clean. Evergreens will reset. Pregame open for a step-back three. It's good. Pregame bumps himself up to 7 now. 6th three for the Evergreens tonight. Just like that, the lead grows wider. A 26-point lead for the Evergreens. Everest will probably be using a deep bench, and that's turned over. Tried to get that down low to Weinschmidt. Felch was open, didn't pop. Evergreens will reset in the hands of Pregame. Now Zachary Jones. Knocked into the backcourt. Evergreens will retrieve it. No backcourt violation here. Tapped back by the Shawano defender. Felch to Ebersold. Here's Studeman behind the three-point arc. Studeman looks to drive in, pulls up in the lane, extra pass down low. Jones felt the defense come over to him. Felch back out for a three, rounded out, no good. Shawano gets the rebound. Ryan Shanty coming in. Well, that's a tough angle and a bailout foul. Going to put Verkvillen on the free throw line. Casey Studeman's the only player in foul trouble. He's just picked up his third. And 2 free throws are coming up. We're brought to you by J&D Tube Benders, a staple in the Wausau Industrial Park for years. As a full-service tube bending operation, this large employer could be the next step in your career. That's J&D Tube Benders. You can apply online at jdtube.com. William hits his free throws. William Verkvillen. I've got one ear on the Shawano radio announcer to my right. He would know. Verkvillen gets both of his free throws. So now hopefully we'll have it right for the rest of the game. Those are Shawano's first points of the second half, 2 minutes in. Studeman stays on the floor with the 3 fouls. Zachary Jones along the baseline. Nifty move, kick out. Felch gets the 3 short. Offensive rebound. Ebersold. Felch drives the lane. No good. Ball's loose. That's out of bounds off the Shawano defender. Evergreens will keep the ball. Shawano needs a couple of breaks. Couldn't get one there. Weinschmidt comes out. Eliza Paschal comes in. Evergreens inbound along the baseline. Pregame open for a 3, good. Pregame hits back-to-back threes. That's his third of the night, and a quiet double digits now for Pregame. He's up to 11. Evergreens have outscored Shawano 6-2 since intermission. So Shawano's got to be cutting into this lead, and they're not. Verkvillen's got it. Zachary Jones is on him. Verkvillen drives in, bumped as he started that move. This is non-shooting. That foul is on Zachary Jones. It's his second personal foul, the team's second, and here comes Xavier Edwards for the Evergreens. First time we've seen Xavier off the bench. And Shawano turns it over. Evergreens give it right back. Verkvillen scores. He's now got 6. To the front court, Studeman. Studeman looks to drive in. Pops, makes an extra pass. Kick out. Pregame again? Yes, sir. Cohen Pregame is feeling it. 14 now for him. 55-27. Here's a whistle. Free throws are coming up. Verkvillen's going back to the free throw line? I think so, yes. Xavier Edwards is called for the foul. His first, team's third. Camping World in Rothschild, just off I-39, with a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Camping World of Rothschild. Verkvillen's got one more. That's no good. Xavier Edwards, who committed the foul a minute ago, gets the rebound. Ahead to Pregame. Evergreen's in no danger right now. Xavier Edwards in the corner. Cade Felch tried to set a screen for him. Pregame now drives along the baseline, kicks it back out. Felch could not be more open for the three and drains it. Cade Felch with his first points of the second half. 18 overall. Cade Felch leads all scorers now. Knocked away, no whistle. Vilander lost the handle. Evergreens have it. Xavier Edwards filling in. Goes back out. Felch again. Open, rounded out. Loose ball foul. It's on Shawano. No, it's not. It's on the Evergreens. Colin Ebersold is called for his second. It's the fourth on the Evergreens in the second half. Fleet Farm says get instant savings at Fleet Farm. Skip the wait. Take $10 off a purchase of $75 or more in-store or online. Shop now and save on gifts for others, maybe a gift for yourself. All your favorite everyday essentials save at Fleet Farm. Good defense there. Back out to Warren Byer. Byer gets it back. Open for a three. That is probably not Weinschmidt's shot. Ebersold tips the rebound. There's a great pass and a dunk for Studeman. Fed by Xavier Edwards. Studeman's got 8. 60-28. Everest lead is ballooning right now. To drive in, hanging, offensive foul. Wave off the basket for Verkvlein. Freshman's going to pick up his third foul. Only the first on the Hawks. Owen Sayles going to come in for the Evergreens. Xavier Edwards, who's seen only limited floor time tonight. That was a good spin on the hardwood for X. Evergreens by 32. Loose ball, out of bounds. That kite for Shawano. Think they've got a turnover, and they don't. Again, we said this earlier in the broadcast. Evergreens look like they're going to notch their 4th win of the season tonight. They'll be 4-7 when this one goes final. 12 and a half minutes from now. The Evergreens just feel to me like when the season is over, they're going to be an above 500 team. Studeman up high, tough look, and misses. Weinschmidt comes down with the rebound and was tough defensively too. Quick pop three, just barely hits the front of the rim. Long rebound. Shawano with a rare second chance look at the rim tonight. 3 ball from the baseline. That's a tough look for Weinschmidt. No good. Felch got the rebound for the Evergreens. Quickly ahead to Sayol. Sayol along the baseline, kicks it back out. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Evergreens. Xavier Edwards coming right back in for Everest. Shawano's making a substitution too. Aiden Bisson comes back in for the Hawks. Xavier Edwards looks to drive in, kicks back out. Studeman was open for a 3, instead drives in, extra pass. Studeman's fouled on the floor, non-shooting. Only Shawano's second team foul. It's the 3rd personal foul, though, on Crew Wishnach. Evergreens keep the ball. Studeman in traffic, tried to get his man up in the air, instead leans in. They're going to call an offensive foul on Casey Studeman, who rolls his head backwards. It's Studeman's 4th. Studeman threw that shoulder up in the air like he was trying to get his defender to jump in the air, who did not bite. Then Studeman lowered the shoulder and was called for it. Yeah, that's Studeman's 4th foul. 5th team foul. Shawano still got only 5 points in the second half. Into traffic, turned over. Studeman extra pass to Xavier Edwards, who scores. Greens by 25. Long 2, line drive in for Warner Beyer. Beyer's first basket of the evening. Studeman 3 from the corner. Almost hit that, round and out. Ryan Shanty gets the rebound. Freshman drives in, gets a friendly roll for William Verkvlein. He's now up to 9 points for the night. Xavier Edwards still has his dribble into the lane, kicks it back out. Xavier gets out of the paint to avoid the three-point violation. Edwards gets the ball back, tries to split defenders, strong to the rim. Free throws coming up for X. We're brought to you by Merrill Steel, your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. That's merrillsteel.com. The foul is on Crew Weinschnacht, his fourth. Xavier Edwards has one more coming. From the Jamie Wetzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. That's Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Xavier missed them both. Outcome does not seem in doubt at all. Evergreens are up by 23 at halftime, and they've built their lead steadily since then. Verkvlein too strong, and Studeman with 4 fouls. Got the rebound. Double team down low and thrown into the backcourt. See what we've got here. This is going to be a defensive foul, a block on Zachary Jones. Yeah, Jones didn't have his feet set, so you're not going to get that call. Zachary Jones has picked up his third. And Logan Sipple has 2 free throws coming. Stays at a 30-point lead for the Evergreens. One of 2 from the foul line. Here's Xavier Edwards in the front court along the baseline, got both men up in the air, kicked it back out. Double dribble on Studeman. Cohen Preby will come back into the game for the Evergreens. And here comes freshman Ransom Dickerson. Ransom will be easy to follow. Wears number 33. Got the big mop top for the Evergreens. Freshman on the floor for Everest. In traffic and missing there is Shanty. Ball's loose. Preby secured it for the Evergreens. This possession will take down to 9 minutes until final horn. Dickerson's got his dribble. Gets some of the butterflies to fly in formation. Turned over there. Xavier Edwards lost the handle, and Edwards commits the foul on the other end. For Xavier Edwards, that's going to be his second, team's 6th. Not sure what our officials are discussing here. Active shooting or not? They're going to say free throws, yes. They're going to say an intentional foul. Okay. I'm not sure about that. I thought Xavier Edwards was playing the ball. But they saw it differently. Jersey Brocker misses the first. Because it's an intentional foul, Shawano is getting the ball back regardless of what happens on the free throw here. 1 of 2. And Shawano will get the basketball. Now what? Now they're saying that there's an intentional foul and a technical foul. Okay. William Verkline hits the first of the technical fouls. This is why you have a big lead in these games. William hits them both. So Shawano picks up 3 of 4 possible points from the foul line and gets the ball back. And now we're ready to go again. All right, hopefully no more drama like that as we come down the stretch of this game. Verkline's got the ball. Dribbles in. Nothing. Looked like he was bodied up. Sakari Jones gathers in the loose ball on the miss. Dickerson had a touch for a moment. Sakari Jones guarded close. Jones to the lane, hanging, misses off the back bracket. Everything but a finish for Sakari Jones. Just feels like, even though Shawano's trying to get a little momentum going here, that there's just too deep of a hole. Baseline 3, need this one, round and out. Tipped. Edwards gets the rebound. Loose ball foul on the Hawks. So Edwards seems to be involved in everything right now. Waiting to see that everyone agrees on who this foul is on. It's on Jersey Brocker. It's his first. Team's fourth. 8 minutes to go in this one. Here's Sakari Jones back to Preby along the baseline. Extra pass back to Jones, who scores. An assist for Preby and a basket for Sakari Jones, who now has 6. Kind of breaks a little bit of a drought for the Evergreens, not that it mattered with the lead being so big. Jump shot 2, no good for Byer. Xavier Edwards gets the rebound. To the wing, Preby's getting another spin on the floor. Edwards is double teamed, goes back out. Jones left alone for a 3 and missed it. Over the back, the freshman, Ransom Dickerson's going to get called for it. We'll walk down to the other end and we're going to shoot a 1-and-1. Well, we should be. I've got Shawano in the bonus. Referee's just realizing that now, and down to the foul line we go. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Ebersold is coming out. Vander True comes in for the Evergreens. So again, the lead gets bigger and the bench gets deeper. This is a 1-and-1, and it's good. Patrick Byer will get one more. Byer's got them both. His first 2 points of the night. 64-38. Pregame still on the floor and probably not for much longer. Soon, I would think all the starters will be out for the Evergreens. Xavier Edwards contested in tight, can't get the roll. Big rebound for the Evergreens. Up went Zachary Jones, and the Evergreens will reset the offense. Pregame, offensive foul. Yep, didn't like Pregame having the elbow out. Was called for that earlier in the first half. Nope, away from the ball. It's on Zachary Jones, his fourth. Again, it is academic at this stage of the game. The Evergreens are going to have a win tonight. Ball is loose. It'll stay with Shawano. Evergreens put more players in. Luke Avner comes in for the Evergreens. Pregame with 14 points. 9 of them in the second half. Out for the rest of the evening. And no starters on the floor right now for Everest. Turned over. Taken away by Xavier Edwards. Edwards, bounce pass ahead. Evergreens go back out. Long three, good. Off the bench, Luke Avner, the freshman, finds the bottom of the bucket. 5 threes in the second half for Everest. And I believe that's Luke's first varsity points. Truex got the rebound. Zachary Jones to the rim, traveled. Wave off the bucket. Again, you don't want to see anyone injured in a game like this right now. It's a 29-point game. And A.J. Reynolds will come in for Zachary Jones. After seeing Jones kind of flung around on the floor, that's enough of that, right? Turned over. A.J. Reynolds came right into the game and took the ball away. Shawano's 6th turnover of the half, 13 overall. It's not the turnovers, it's just that Shawano's been unable to keep pace with the Evergreens. Much better outside shooting team is Everest than the Shawano Hawks. Xavier Edwards has it. To the baseline. Reynolds thought about the three, instead pulls it back down. Evergreen's happy to run some clock off here. Xavier Edwards draws the double team back out. Open for a three. Dickerson, no good. Shawano gets the rebound. Rolling down to the rim, basket, and it's good. Vander Truax called for his foul. Chance for a three-point play coming up here. Evergreens have the ball here. Xavier Edwards double-teamed and goes back out. A.J. Reynolds looks to split defenders, bumping. 2 free throws coming up for A.J. Reynolds. Team is on Ethan Ossetti. Team foul there. A.J. Reynolds has 2 free throws coming, looking for his first points of the night. Good. Eight Everest players have scored in the ball game so far. Reynolds gets both of his free throws. So the Evergreens will get back to that winning feeling to start 2024. They'll be in action again Friday against Wausau West. That's part of a boys and girls doubleheader. It will be on Zaleski Sports. Girls will play at 6, boys at 7:45 Friday night. So we've got a date for that. Turned over. Xavier Edwards gave it right back. Up and in for Jacob Rogers. Xavier Edwards falling to the floor, but the possession is saved. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. 3 ball, no good. Xavier Edwards fights for the rebound. Second chance point, Xavier Edwards. (70-42). Trying to feed Rogers down low. He's fouled. 1-1 coming up. So let's see what Jacob Rogers has at the free throw line. A.J. Reynolds is called for the foul. Double bonus now, so this is not a 1-1. This is 2 free throws for Rogers. High, arcing almost up to the rafters, no good. Xavier Edwards is coming out. Brennan Peterson comes in for the Evergreens. Oh for 2. A.J. Reynolds gets the rebound. Yeah, this one has been in garbage time for a while. A.J. Reynolds goes back out. Evergreens to the corner while Peterson was open. Wouldn't blame him for taking it. Driving to the rim, a foul, and A.J. Reynolds goes back to the free throw line. Evergreens are going to send in Sam Dasso. So yeah, this is as deep as the Everest bench gets. Reynolds line drives the first free throw in. Truax is out. Dasso is in for the Evergreens. Got them both. 3 minutes to go in this game. Everest by 30. And the clock will run for the rest of the game. Back up 3. No good for Dasso. Shawano player slipped as he went into the paint and turned the ball over. Taken away by Dasso. A.J. Reynolds over to Peterson. Again, these are some unfamiliar names for us at the varsity level, but the Evergreens can let everyone play because it's a blowout tonight against the Shawano Hawks. Evergreens pick up the loose ball. Entry pass down low. Evergreens kick it back out. It's kicked. Evergreens will inbound underneath their own basket. Evergreens turn it over on the inbounds pass. When we arrived at the Everest Fieldhouse, a little bit of sleet outside, so we hope an uneventful ride home for the Shawano Hawks on what figures to be a kind of a quiet bus. Came in here on a win over Sturgeon Bay by 5 points. Evergreen's just a tougher team. Pass down low is turned over. A.J. Reynolds. Dasso in the corner. Under 2 minutes. Post-game coverage, we'll chat with Oliver Burrows and a player of the coach's choosing. Driving in traffic, got a foul, and 2 free throws are coming up as A.J. Reynolds gets back to the free throw line. We go back to the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Foundation Finances, now's your chance to work with a company that understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start from day one. That's Foundation Finance. Reynolds is 6 for 6 from the foul line tonight. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue, Schofield. Missed, no good. Rebound to Brennan Peterson, and Peterson is fouled. We're going to walk down to the other end of the floor with a 1-and-1 coming. Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1870. Find an agent near you at mutualofwausau.com. It's mutualofwausau.com. Brennan Peterson's going to shoot a 1-and-1. Peterson's in the scoring column tonight. Peterson's got both his free throws. Evergreens have made their last 8 from the foul line to close this one out. Auto Select is on Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston as we go to the final 1 minute of tonight's game. Evergreens may not shoot for the rest of the night. Yep, Evergreens are just going to keep the ball outside and let the final seconds melt away. So the Evergreens lost 2 over at the Resch Center in Green Bay. Tougher competition here. And the Evergreens are back on track against Shawano Community High School. Our final score tonight will be 76-42 as we're waiting now for the final horn to sound. Evergreens by 34. That's going to wrap up our play-by-play coverage tonight. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. That's merrillsteel.com. We had 18 points for Colin Ebersold and 19 for Cade Felch, and both of them did not play much in the second half as the Evergreens' lead continued to widen. 76-42 is our final score. Post-game coverage to follow on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal coating core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
On the court for post-game coverage, guys, we're going to make you sign in by name if you keep that up. 76-42, the Evergreens are blowout winners over Shawano. Coach, this game kind of came along at the right time because in the first half of the season, it's been a tough schedule for Everett.
Yeah, we've played the number 2 team in the state, the number 5 team in the state, number 8, number 9. But we want to play good competition to find out what we're good at and what we need to work on. And certainly we've been exposed in some areas, but I also think that it's going to pay us in the second half of the season playing such good competition early.
You kind of enter a different phase of the season now because the conference games come one after another starting on Friday night. So getting on a good roll like you did tonight, that's good for the team.
Absolutely, and guys got out there and we played everybody, and that's good. All these guys have been working hard and are great guys, and so to see them all in game action I think is really important. As you said, momentum going into conference play is always huge.
Colin Ebersold is to my right. We'll talk to him in just a moment. Colin had a good game tonight, dished out a lot of assists, did some dirty work on the boards too, and got his points. He's got 18 tonight.
Yeah, that's what Colin does. I mean, he just every day he wins every sprint in practice. He rebounds, he defends, he does all the dirty stuff. And tonight I think he was just rewarded in a really big way. And we'll see if he's smiling throughout this entire interview. But he's a heck of a leader for us and a heck of a player. And we're really, really fortunate to have him with us.
Coach, a happy New Year. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, you too.
Colin, I thought you did a lot of things that made your teammates better too. You dish out a lot of assists over the course of a year.
What was the question?
Colin, tell us about some of the assists and some of the rebounds tonight, because a lot of that's not going to show up in the stat sheet tonight, but you did a lot of it.
Yeah, I just wanted to find the ball. I know my teammates were throwing seeds, they were finding me and I was finding them. I was paying them back. They're all back here. They're about to celebrate too. So it was just a good win as a team too. So.
You know, while the team has a lot of outside shooters, the team is really unselfish. This team dishes out a lot of assists to each other.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Colin, tell me a little bit about what's ahead for the team in the second half. We mentioned that you've had the tough schedule. Spash and Marshfield look really good. You went over to Green Bay and played some high-level opponents. Now it's kind of a little bit different. These are a lot of conference games that are coming up from you.
Yeah, just going to take it game at a time. We're going to try our best to win out and learn from all the tough games that we had. And I don't know, that's really it. We're going to try our best, and we've been working hard, so we need these wins, so
All right, Colin, thanks a lot. Cade Felch with 19, Colin Ebersol to my right with 18 tonight in a 76-42 Evergreens win over Shawano. That's going to wrap up our first Everest boys basketball game for 2024. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody. All right, Colin, give your name and say you're in the house.
They call me Todd, and I'm in the house.